Hi, welcome to Evan's Isa Daily Vlog. Namibia, a strikingly diverse country in southern Africa, is defined by vast highland deserts, sweeping savannas, and one of the planet's most unique ecosystems, making its national park some of the most fascinating windows into the resilience of both wildlife and humans in extreme environments. And when exploring them, one encounters an interplay of desert-adapted animals, fragile vegetation, and careful human management. The most iconic of Namibia's parks is Chobe National Park, located in the country's north, centered around the Etosha Pan, a vast salt flat visible even from space, where seasonal rains transform the barren expanse into a shimmering shallow lake that attracts tens of thousands of flamingos, pelicans, and migratory birds, while in drier months the pan and surrounding waterholes act as lifelines for large herds of elephants, zebras, springboks, wildebeests, and giraffes, their lifestyle revolving around nomadic movement across the plains in search of sparse grazing and vital water, while predators such as lions, cheetahs, and spotted hyenas stalk the peripheries of these herds, exploiting their dependence on waterholes, and the desert-adapted black rhino and endangered white rhino, under strict protection, symbolize both resilience and the ongoing challenges of anti-poaching. Human activity in Etosha is primarily tourism and conservation, with carefully managed lodges and campsites placed at strategic points, and guided safaris providing economic benefit. Without allowing permanent settlement or overuse of resources, while rangers, scientists, and researchers constantly monitor animal populations, vegetation shifts, and climate impacts. In stark contrast, the landlocked National Park, which includes part of the Namib Desert, the world's oldest desert, epitomizes life in an arid highland desert with its towering red dunes at Sossusvlei, gravel plains, and rugged landlocked mountains, where plant life is minimal yet astonishingly adapted, such as the Welwitschia mirabilis, a plant that can live over 1,000 years, deriving moisture from coastal fog rather than rainfall, while animals like oryx, gemsbok, ostriches, and springboks exhibit behavioral and physiological adaptations to survive with the lowest levels of greenery, relying on dew, shade, and efficient water retention, and predators such as jackals, brown hyenas, and even leopards in mountainous areas showcase an incredible ability to survive in seemingly barren terrain, while beetles and small reptiles collect moisture from fog and burrow underground to avoid heat. Human activity here is carefully regulated, with tourism based around dune climbs, scenic flights, and hiking trails, while local communities sometimes engage in controlled grazing at park edges, and scientists study climate resilience and desert ecology. Equally impressive is Skeleton Coast National Park, a remote, windswept coastal wilderness where desert meets ocean, famed for shipwrecks, rolling dunes, and colonies of Cape fur seals numbering in the tens of thousands, whose lifestyle centers on coastal breeding grounds, providing food for scavengers like jackals and brown hyenas, while birdlife includes flamingos, cormorants, and rare desert-adapted species, and the inland desert supports desert elephants that roam along ephemeral riverbeds, digging for water and surviving on scant vegetation, along with giraffes and lions that have adapted unique desert behaviors, such as traveling great distances for prey and adjusting activity to cooler nocturnal hours. Human activity inside Skeleton Coast is extremely limited due to its remoteness, with controlled tourism via fly-in safaris, guided expeditions, and research stations, while the local Himba people, semi-nomadic pastoralists, historically grazed livestock on park peripheries, illustrating the delicate balance between tradition and conservation. Another vital area is Botswana National Park, located in the lush Zambezi region, formerly Caprivi Strip, which contrasts with the arid Namib by offering riverine and woodland habitats, supporting elephants, buffalo, hippos, crocodiles, and predators like lions and leopards, while migratory birds flourish here. And human activity is unique since Botswana integrates community-based conservation, allowing local Kusan and Bukashu people to live within park boundaries, practicing subsistence farming, fishing, and ecotourism management, showing how human livelihoods and conservation can coexist in a carefully structured framework. In central Namibia, the Waterberg Plateau Park provides a sanctuary for endangered species like black rhinos, roan antelope, and sable antelope, with wildlife translocations from here helping repopulate other reserves, while the plateau's cliffs and woodlands support leopards, baboons, and diverse birdlife, and human activity is centered on scientific research, ecotourism, and reintroduction projects. Across Namibia's parks, animal lifestyles are intricately adapted to landscapes of highland desert and semi-arid savanna, where rainfall is sparse, greenery minimal, and survival strategies crucial. Elephants dig riverbeds for underground water, oryx conserve moisture and feed at night, meerkats live in cooperative colonies with sentinels guarding against predators, and lions adjust hunting patterns to exploit seasonal migrations of herbivores, while birds time their breeding with rare rains. Meanwhile, human activity is structured around ecotourism, conservation, and cultural preservation, with Namibia being a pioneer in community-based natural resource management, granting local communities rights to manage wildlife conservancies, thereby incentivizing protection of elephants, rhinos, and predators while creating jobs and cultural exchange opportunities. Thanks for watching.